You're here for free plugins for Final Cut Pro, and kicking things off at number 1 is M-Light Diffuse by Motion VFX. M-Light Diffuse is a set of 6 free presets that introduce a stylized, diffused glow to the highlights in your footage. Take a look at the lights in this shot, and after adding one of the presets, I can adjust the diffuse threshold amount to change the intensity of the effect. I like to change the color and color pick a light source from my scene to make it blend in more naturally. I'll tweak the diffusion to taste, and just like that, I've totally transformed the shot. Coming in hot at number 2 is Saber from the Final Cut Pro. Fun fact, these really cool numbers titles were created using Saber. If you want to create a dynamic text title like this, you simply hit Ctrl-T to create a basic title, pop your text in and change the font and size. Then drop the Saber plugin on top. There are loads of parameters here which Dylan explains in his tutorial video, but for this one, I'll just adjust the smoothing to bring that distortion closer to the text. I'll drop the opacity of the source text, and I can change the color type from gradient to color, and I'll make it a bright yellow color. Just like that, we have a really cool looking animated title. By using a custom solid and a draw mask, you can add Saber to create custom shapes that animate dynamically. You can also make logos look really cool by first creating a compound clip and then applying the Saber effect. By just adjusting a few settings, you can bring logos or anything on a transparent background to life. Dylan does have a pay what you want kind of arrangement on this plugin, so you can support him if you want to, or download it for free. At number 3, we have the Super Starter Kit by LenoFX, which is a pretty great all-round title package with 2 bonus transitions. It has 8 title presets, including a cool auto-resizing glitch title. As expected, all of these parameters are totally customizable. You also have a smart title which looks clean and professional. There's a cool dynamic logo reveal, a basic lower third, and a bullet point that you can duplicate to create a bullet point list. If you're bored of Final Cut Pro's built-in titles, these are really nice to have. The kit also comes with 2 transitions. The fast transition is a cool warp type of transition. Then you also get this fast cut transition, which has a bunch of different drop zones. I can add all of my shots to these drop zones, and I get a really dynamic transition from one shot to the other. It would be a shame if I didn't plug my own free plugin for Final Cut Pro in this video. Get it? Plug my own plugin? At number 4, it's my very own red halation effect. Halation is a visually pleasing characteristic of actual film. You often see the halation effect in movies shot on film, and it's basically when you get a red halo or distortion around the edges of the highlights. After applying red halation to the clip, you'll notice the effect is too intense, so I'll dial back the horizontal and vertical blur amount to 40 on both parameters. I'll zoom in to 200% so you can get a closer look at what's happening, and you'll notice this nice red halo we have on the edges around the highlights. You can also sharpen the footage and control the grain. I can turn the mask on to see what areas will have grain added to it, adjust the threshold to select all the brighter areas, and then I'll turn the mask off and adjust the amount of grain. I'll zoom back out and you'll see that the red halation effect adds a subtle film quality to the shot. Moving right along, we have number 5, Logo Revealer by IF Motion. If you need to add professional looking logo animations to your videos really fast, then the Logo Revealer pack from IF Motion is one you'll want to jump on. It comes with 10 different logo revealers across 5 different categories, like clean, which is great for corporate client videos, or glitch if you want something high energy. There are also fun motion graphic options and simple but professional looking revealers and shape revealers. They are all customizable as well, of course. We're halfway. And while this video is not sponsored, the channel is supported by those of you who pick up my transitions, LUTs, or color grading masterclass. Link down below. Next on the list at number 6 is M-LUT by Motion VFX. You might be thinking, I already have the custom LUT effect built into Final Cut Pro, why would I need this? And I'm going to show you why it's such a great free plugin. I'll add M-LUT to this clip, and I can load up a custom LUT or use one of the included free LUT presets. You can also import any custom LUTs you may already own, so I'll add my Fire and Ice LUT pack, create a new category which I'll call Brad West Fire and Ice, and then I'll add those LUTs. I'll select the Fire and Ice LUT and hit OK. Now, if I use the built-in custom LUT effect from Final Cut Pro, I would need to add a color wheels adjustment or color curves to adjust the look of the shot. With M-LUT, you can adjust the highlights and the shadows like this without leaving the plugin. You can also adjust things like contrast, hue, and saturation, and you can add customizable grain. I'll change the blend mode from normal to add, and I'll bring the amount way down. MLUT is a much more powerful LUT tool than Final Cut Pro's built-in one. Rolling right into number 7, we have Automate titles from FX Factory. This comes with 4 lower thirds and 4 titles that all resize according to the text. So if we use this lower third as an example, watch how the lines resize to fit the text. You also have great on-screen controls to resize and reposition the title. This is a super simple one, but they are just made really well. At number 8, we have another one from the Final Cut Pro, Truly Handheld 2.0. I use this plugin a lot when I want to give static shots like this a little bit of movement. This free plugin comes with 6 different presets and a custom preset to choose from. I like using the 24mm option, so I can drag that onto my clip, and voila, I have handheld motion. You can play with the smoothing amount, and if I move this on-screen offset control, you can see how the edges are repeated here. I can switch that to zoom to fit if I don't want to see any repeated edges around the frame. Like the Final Cut Pro's other plugin, you can pay what you want to show your support or download it for free. Coming up at number 9 is Power Tools Lite by FX. When you install it, you have a trial version of the paid Pro version of Power Tools, but the Lite version has a ton of useful features. There's this punch-in zoom, which will crash zoom into your footage. You can adjust things like the speed, the scale, and position, allowing you to crash zoom in and out of action on a shot. You can add movable guides to help you line up multiple layers. You also get a variety of useful titles and animations. Rounding up this list of the 10 best free plugins for Final Cut Pro, we have the RT Type-On Cursor from Ripple Training. It comes with 2 different variations. We have an 80s Type-On effect and a modern one. I love the fact that you can adjust parameters like delay typing, which makes the cursor blink on screen for a bit longer before the typing actually starts. You can adjust the complete early parameter to adjust the speed of the typing, and you can change the blinking speed of the cursor. Pair this typing effect with some sound effects, and it looks great. Here's a bonus for those of you who stuck around to the end. Check out my website for an even longer list of free plugins for Final Cut Pro. Link in the description down below. And if you enjoyed these free plugins, you'll definitely enjoy these free transitions for Final Cut Pro as well.